really surprised and interested about what his relationship to Elizabeth is, and they have a very complicated relationship. It has elements of light and elements of darkness in it. We wanted a character that represented the sky in the same way that Big Daddy represented the ocean. You look at the sort of the mouth in the tube, looks sort of like a pilot's mast. He's got these, leather and the bird-like head. We really wanted to make him feel like he belonged in the sky, like he owned Columbia, but he's also part of Columbia. There was so much speculation. There was like a meta conversation going on about what Irrational is doing. And I really want to play with people's expectations a little bit. And I wanted sort of to see and be like, oh yeah, okay, they're doing this. I get it. That's what I expected. And then surprise people. And so it was sort of a little meta joke. We had, a little fun we had with our audience. But it also, I think, set up the visual thematic change as well. All these, these murky blues and purples and greens going to, when you get knocked out that window, to the bright light blues and yellows and reds of Columbia. We're really focused on building a relationship that is earned. People being thrown into a crucible is one of those things together. People sacrificing for each other. Those are the things that I think start building relationships very quickly between people. And honestly, Liz and Booker are going to go through a really shitty time together. More importantly, in the same way that in BioShock 1, I didn't want to have Atlas betray the character as much as I wanted to betray the gamer. In the same way, it's really important to me that not just Booker builds a relationship with Elizabeth, but the player builds a relationship with Elizabeth. How do you make a core game that removes layers of interface? Killzone just has the gun. We have the other hand too. Using your powers with the other hand. But it has to feel really good and it has to feel really awesome. But I think the Killzone guys did a really amazing thing with that, because all of a sudden it's like, wow, that works. That's cool. And it adds something to the experience, which is most important. It's not just checking a box. It seems to have all the benefits of something like an iPad. Like, it has a touch screen, has a back screen, but it has a dual analog stick. You can play a shooter on a handheld, a real shooter. Seriously, that's a hole in my soul right now. I have no portable device to really play a shooter on. It doesn't really work great on the DS. It doesn't really work great on the iPhone and the iPad. Now I can have something to play shooters on, and that's really important to me. For me as a hardcore gamer, the fact that I can get a shooter on a portable is awesome. To some degree, we